For most of early human life, the world was shaped by simple routines and local traditions. People worked within small circles where family, land, and custom guided every decision. Villages exchanged goods through trust and necessity. Wealth did not yet have the strong meaning that it has today. Social rank was usually tied to land, age, or tradition rather than the growth of money. For countless generations this structure seemed natural and permanent. Slow changes began when trade routes expanded. People carried goods between regions and returned with new materials, new stories, and new discoveries. A small spark formed. People realized they could benefit not only by producing for themselves but also by selling to others. Trade opened the door to wider thinking. As markets grew, people understood that wealth might increase through skillful exchange, calculation, and planning. This was the very early seed of the capital system. In European cities, workshops developed and craftsmen organized themselves into groups. These groups protected their methods, regulated quality, and set prices. For the first time, a worker could think of labor not only as survival but as a path toward improvement. This created a mental shift. The idea that work might create more value became more common. People watched as merchants gained influence by collecting goods, transporting them across borders, and returning with profit. These simple early activities transformed the relationship between wealth and society. Exploration across oceans later changed the entire world. Voyages reached new continents with new resources. Silver and gold flowed into Europe, and this inflow changed financial habits. The meaning of money grew stronger. It was no longer just a medium of exchange. It became a tool of power. Monarchs and merchants realized that wealth could expand by investing, trading, and transporting. This energy fueled further growth and encouraged deeper participation in global exchange. Banking appeared as an answer to rising financial needs. Merchants required credit to pay workers, prepare ships, buy tools, and protect goods. Banks offered safe storage, loans, and a new concept of planning that depended on future income. With credit, a merchant could take risks that were impossible in earlier centuries. This changed human behavior. Ambition increased. Decisions became more calculated. People began to see time itself as a resource that could be shaped with investment. The industrial age strengthened this process beyond anything seen before. Machines replaced manual labor, and production multiplied. The cost of goods dropped. Cities expanded. Workers moved from farms to factories. This shift created a new society where labor, money, and production were tightly linked. Wealth flowed to those who owned machines, land, and factories. Wages flowed to those who labored. The capital system became the main structure of economic life. Efficiency, measurement, and innovation became key values. Ideas of personal liberty and private property soon added philosophical support to the system. Thinkers argued that society works best when individuals are free to pursue their goals. They believed that people naturally seek improvement and that this drive benefits the entire community. These ideas justified open markets, private investment, and competition. They helped transform the capital system from a practical tool into an accepted moral and social framework. Different continents experienced this shift in different ways. Some countries adopted new methods quickly. Others watched carefully and adapted slowly. Yet the repeated success of industrial production and global trade eventually influenced almost all nations. Governments protected private ownership, regulated markets, and encouraged enterprise. As these practices spread across the globe, they gave shape to the modern world economy. Technology accelerated everything. Steam engines, railroads, telegraph lines, and later electricity connected people like never before. Goods traveled faster. Information flowed at new speeds. Factories became larger, more efficient, and more specialized. Soon global markets appeared. A product made in one country could easily be sold thousands of kilometers away. This connected world reinforced the capital system because the system depended on exchange, mobility, and competition. The 20th century introduced wars, depressions, and political struggles that challenged the capital system. Some countries experimented with planned economies. Others demanded heavy regulation. Yet despite conflict, the capital system adapted. It expanded, reorganized, and reshaped itself many times. Governments created central banks, new laws, and social programs to prevent crises. International organizations appeared to protect trade and financial stability. After these adjustments, the capital system became the main foundation of the global economy. It shaped how people worked, produced, consumed, and even how they understood progress. It encouraged new inventions, from automobiles to computers. It made education, industry, and science central forces in society. It created advanced financial markets that moved wealth around the planet within seconds. In the late 20th century, a new transformation appeared. Digital technology rewrote the rules once again. Information became a central resource. Companies built on software grew faster than any companies in earlier centuries. Markets operated in real time. A single idea could spread around the world instantly. Labor changed. Production changed. Skills changed. Wealth no longer required land or large machines. It required knowledge and creativity. Today the transition continues through artificial intelligence, data-driven systems, and global connectivity. A small business can reach international clients. Money moves across borders immediately. At the same time, debates about inequality, environmental protection, and social fairness grow stronger. These debates show that the capital system is not fixed. It is still evolving as the world seeks harmony between growth and balance. The shift toward the capital system was never one event. It was a long and complex path shaped by trade, curiosity, invention, ambition, and human desire for improvement. People always aimed to build better lives. The capital system formed as a structure that promised opportunity and expansion. It became the framework that organized work, wealth, and progress. The future of this system depends on the choices of societies. It may be guided toward fairness, sustainability, and global cooperation. Or it may face renewed challenges that force another transformation. What remains certain is that the world changed profoundly as it moved from simple local exchange to a global capital-based structure. This journey continues with every new tool, every new idea, and every new generation that adds its own shape to the system.